Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you're into coins, collectibles, or just love learning cool things about money, you're going to enjoy this video. Today, we're talking about a coin that might look like just another quarter, but it can actually be worth big money if you find the right one. We're talking about the 2012 D Denali National Park Quarter, a part of the America the Beautiful coin series from the United States Mint. So what's so special about this coin? Why are some people selling it for hundreds or even thousands of dollars? And what kind of rare errors should you look for? I'm going to break it all down in the simplest way possible, so even if you're new to coins, don't worry, you'll understand everything by the end of this video. Let's start with a little bit of background. In the year 2010, the United States Mint launched a new coin series called America the Beautiful Quarters. The idea behind it was to celebrate national parks and landmarks across the United States. Every year, 5 new quarters were released, each one showing a different park or site on the back of the coin. In 2012, the last quarter released that year featured Denali National Park, which is located in Alaska. This coin is known as the 2012 Denali Quarter. Now, when we say 2012 D, the D means the coin was made at the Denver Mint. The US has a few different places where coins are made, and each one uses its own letter. P is for Philadelphia, D is for Denver, and so on. So when you hear 2012 D Denali, that just means this coin was made in Denver in the year 2012. The Denali quarter is really beautiful. On the front of the coin, or what collectors call the obverse, you'll see the familiar face of George Washington, just like you do on all US quarters. But the back of the coin, or the reverse, is where it gets interesting. This design shows a doll sheep standing proudly in front of Mount Denali, which is also known as Mount McKinley. It's the tallest mountain in North America, and it's a powerful symbol of the wild, rugged beauty of Alaska. The image really captures the spirit of the national park: wild animals, towering mountains, and untouched nature. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Most 2012 D Denali quarters that you find in your pocket or change jar are probably only worth face value, just 25 cents. But some versions of this coin are worth a lot more, and I mean a lot more. Some rare examples have sold for hundreds, even up to $5,000 or more. So what makes one of these coins so valuable? It usually comes down to two things: condition and errors. Let's talk about condition first. If you have a Denali quarter that was never used, meaning it was never in circulation, and it looks shiny and clean with no scratches or wear, it might be worth more than face value. Collectors love coins that are in mint condition, especially those graded as MS65, MS67, or higher. MS stands for mint state, and the higher the number, the better the condition. A regular 2012 D Denali quarter in mint state could be worth anywhere from $5 to $150, depending on how perfect it looks. But the real money is in error coins. These are coins that were made incorrectly at the mint, and those mistakes can make them very rare and valuable. There are several different kinds of errors that can happen, and I'll go over some of the most common ones to watch for. One of the most popular errors is called a double die. This happens when the coin is struck more than once by the machine, causing the letters or numbers to look like they're doubled. If you look closely at words like Denali or the date 2012 and they look blurry or doubled, you might have a double die coin. These can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on how strong the doubling is. Another rare error is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not lined up properly during the minting process, so part of the design ends up missing or pushed to the side. The more off-center the coin is, the more valuable it usually is. A coin that's just a little off might be worth $20 to $50, but one that's 50% off-center could go for $500 or more. Then there are die cracks and cuds. A die crack is a small raised line that appears on the coin because the stamp that makes the coin was cracked. A cud is a bigger chunk, like a blob of metal, caused by a damaged die. These are fun to look for, and even small die cracks can add value. Some collectors will pay $50 to $200 or more for a coin with a visible die crack or cut. You might also find a clipped planchet error. That's when the coin is missing a piece, like a bite was taken out of it. These coins were made using damaged metal blanks, and they can be worth $100 to $300, depending on the size and location of the clip. Lastly, look out for something called a struck-through error. This happens when something like grease or fabric gets in the way while the coin is being made. It can leave weird marks or blank areas on the coin. These kinds of errors are rare and can easily be worth hundreds of dollars to collectors. So, how do you check if your coin is rare? First, take a close look using a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Check the words, numbers, and edges for anything unusual. If something looks off, it might be an error. Next, weigh the coin. A regular US quarter should weigh around 5.67 grams. If it's much heavier or lighter, that could mean it was struck on the wrong kind of metal, which is another rare error. If you think you found something special, take it to a local coin shop or send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can tell you what grade your coin is and whether it has any errors. You can also check online marketplaces like eBay and see what similar coins have sold for. Just make sure to look at the sold listings, not just what people are asking. That way, you can see what buyers are actually paying. So to wrap it all up, the 2012 D Denali quarter is more than just pocket change. While most of them are common and only worth 25 cents, a small number have rare errors that make them super valuable. Whether it's a double die, off-center strike, die crack, or clipped planchet, these tiny mistakes from the mint can turn a regular quarter into a $5,000 treasure. Go check your change jar, your coin rolls, or your old piggy bank. You never know, you might be sitting on a rare coin without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below if you've ever found a rare coin or have a question. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy coin hunting!